everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. We just flew in this morning from Manila, so we are tired and jet lagged. We had an opportunity to go out with our friends and have a last cheat meal because tomorrow I'm going back on track. I've got goals, guys, for lifestyle, but I also have goals going into my next show a few months down the line. I can talk about that more in another video, but right now I'm tired. But you have to plan for success. If I don't go do this now, then tomorrow I'm not gonna have the food that I need. Therefore, I'm not gonna be as successful. I can make, excuses in my mind thinking, oh, well, I could find this or I could go get it that time. And it's just a lot harder. So I know that if I get it tonight, it'll be here in my house. And then tomorrow when I'm hungry in the morning, I don't have to go make all these stops and go out and get things. It's just right there, and I'm going to be a lot more successful doing it this way. So I'm going to take you guys with me to the grocery store. We're going to do a bikini body grocery haul. Why I'm calling it bikini body is because I just finished with a show. So this is how bikini competitors are taking that show diet and transitioning it into a healthy lifestyle. So what I'm doing is I'm going to show you a range of healthy meals that I've used cutting into the show, but now I'm using to reverse diet. And what I'm going to do is slowly start, this will be my base diet back, and I'm going to slowly start building in both calories and carbs. My body does super well on low carb, high fat, so that's really good for when I'm cutting. Energy wise, my body does amazing with carbs, so I'm going to be adding more of those in around my workouts just to have a little bit more energy. My body fat at this point is not as important. I want to keep it in check so that when I have to cut down for a show, I can do it a lot easier, quicker, and I can get a lot leaner for this next show, because that is the goal, is to bring in conditioning. So without further ado, let's go to the grocery store. Let's go get our bikini body grocery haul.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement that explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want.
How to be a basic white girl. Starbucks and vanilla.
Statement explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me.
Okay, I just got back from the grocery store. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown on what we got. I am short on time and low on energy, so I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna food prep this in the morning, but I have it here and it is going to be ready to go. So I am already one step closer to my goals, which is so important. So please guys, please, if you guys have goals, set yourself up for success, like I said, and just get your food and food prep it, and you guys will be good to go. Because if you have it and you like what you're eating, you're so much more likely to stick to it. So that's like kind of my tip for this video. Definitely just prepare for success. All right, so I got some organic chicken breast here. This is like a little less than 3 pounds. I like to cook up smaller batches of this. I do go to the grocery store more frequently because I like to get my stuff a bit fresher. So with produce, I'm going like a few times a week versus like getting one big haul for the week. I just like it that way. I have some buffalo sauce. If you like a little bit of a sweeter buffalo sauce, I add some stevia to this individually, like when I'm making up sauce or putting it on chicken. I really like that because I have more of a sweet palate. I have some mushrooms here. I'm going to dice these up and I'm going to put these in with my eggs to add just some flavor and texture. You can also dice this up and have this with your chicken or however you like to eat them. And then this is like my holy grail of how to eat fish if you don't like fish. For me, this is a little bit more of an acquired taste. The taste is delicious, I guess I should say. It's just kind of getting past the fact I grew up in the Midwest and this wasn't like eating raw fish wasn't as common. So, you know, maybe in your sushi, but this is poke. This is a raw tuna out here. This is freshly made. This is oyster flavor, and so it has just has some soy sauce in it and some spices, but or some herbs, but there's no extra added stuff. So this is fresh island fish, delicious, good for you. And then there is my egg whites. I think I have some in the fridge, but it's always good to have this. This I will make up in the morning for my breakfast. Then I have my asparagus. I'm going to add some salt to, and I'm going to bake in the oven. I have zucchini. I love this. I use a veggetti, or sometimes I'll just cut it up into like little cubes, and then I fry it on a pan, and then I add some different like Italian seasonings to it and like make my zucchini noodles, which I really love that. And then I have an onion. I love dicing up the onion and adding this into I'll add this into my little egg white omelet. And then I've got 2 lemons here, which I'm going to add into my water. I am going to do a little bit of detoxing, which the food is gonna help my body detox because it's like organic, natural, like clean foods versus the processed cheap foods that I've been eating the past couple days in celebration of my show. And then this big old bag of Brussels, I'm going to bake these as well. I'm probably gonna add some balsamic vinegar and some salt to this. And then I'm pretty excited about this. This is just an iced coffee, and I'm gonna, in the morning, this will be kind of my pick-me-up. It's gonna be iced coffee on the rocks with some sugar-free vanilla creamer. And then I'm gonna add some stevia because, again, I like things really sweet. And so that's gonna be like a little treat for me. And that is all I have for today, guys. I'll pick back up this video tomorrow when I food prep everything, and I will see you guys then. All right, guys, new night. Same food prep. So it's kind of funny because I had mentioned before I stopped filming last time that if you don't prepare for success, then you are going to encounter more obstacles or something along those lines. And that is exactly what happened. I was really tired and felt a lot of jet lag. So I went to bed, and then in the morning I had like 3 things pop up that needed my attention right away. And so instead of spending time to make my eggs, I grabbed a protein bar, which I'm glad that I had the protein bar handy, but it's still, I just kind of started my day off on the wrong foot, and every time I needed to make a meal, I was pushing one later and later because I didn't have anything prepped. So I was like, I was missing meals, and I was taking longer to make them, and then substituting things that I normally wouldn't, which protein bar isn't bad. It's just when, you know, I'm trying to properly reverse diet, which is what I want to talk to you guys about, is the reverse diet. Just need to take my advice a little bit more. I mean, things happen sometimes, guys, in life, and like even though I was planning to be successful, things still popped up. And so I'm not letting it deter me. I'm not letting it throw me off plan. I'm just doing it now, and I'm getting myself all prepared for tomorrow, because you can't change, you know, if something happens, if you mess up, if you fall off, you can't change that. And like if you get upset about it, then all that's gonna do is make it so you're gonna make more poor choices in the future because you don't feel good. And so you have to like be easy on yourself, because when you feel good and you feel proud of the choices you've made and you're like, that's okay, I'm just moving forward, or like when you are successful, you just feel really good about it, and it's like one good thing leads to the next good thing. Oh, and I don't know if this is in frame, but I'm cooking up my Brussels right now. I'm chopping them right now to cook while I talk to you guys. So I wanted to talk to you about the reverse diet, and what that means is basically going into show, I'm in a calorie deficit. And so I'm trying to lose body fat, so you have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight, lose body fat. And so now what we're trying to do is we're going to do what is called a reverse diet. You basically go back to the diet you were on before show, and then you slowly start adding in calories and letting your body adjust to that without just jumping into a high, like 2,000 calorie diet or higher. You slowly step up to that so your body is more able to handle that, and your metabolism's recovering well. It's just all, you know, the body does really well when you're kind of taking it in steps and taking it easy, versus like, that's why those crash diets don't really work very well. You know, like when you just super calorie deficit super fast and you lose all this weight, and then you try to go back to like a more sustainable way of living, and then you put it all back on, because those crash diets aren't successful, you know, and they're not beneficial to you. So it's the overall healthy lifestyle. It's slow and steady wins the race. It's, you know, creating that lifestyle and creating those habits, and that is what is going to get you what you really want. So finding the happiness and finding the, you know, the little goals and the little rewards each day, like being so proud of going to the gym or food prepping, making your meals, eating healthy, fueling your body, resisting certain temptations that you know are just setting you off track or just not good for you. Those are things that are going to help you, because you know, it's only over time that you reach those bigger goals, like losing all of the weight that you have in mind, or gaining abs, or whatever it is, you know. So it's that stuff's that over time, so you have to find like those small things in between. And so right now I'm going back to the meal plan I had before. It's a little less strict.
This is kind of a dialogue that kind of people, what they don't realize, they actually are actually supporting, what they don't realize they're actually saying sometimes. It's like, there's only one way to think, there's only one way to believe, there's only one thing. This is true, this is not true, this is black, this is white.
And what you guys were just listening to was my coach, Tad the Diet Coach. He is based out of Chicago. He's been in the bodybuilding industry for like 30 years. He's incredibly intelligent, and he's very well educated in many topics, including, you know, nutrition and the body, and he can break down everything to a very scientific level, which is amazing. So I definitely look up to him as a mentor, and he has a podcast and a YouTube channel, so that's what I was listening to right now. And this one is less on the nutrition and fitness side, because he definitely has stuff like that too, but this one is more just kind of like just all sorts of range of topics. And he's very kind and loving, and about acceptance, and just, you know, how we can all like handle our own stuff, and how we can all be better as a society, which I think is really cool. So if you guys want to give a listen, the link is in the description box. You guys can check that out. All right, guys, I'm completely done. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to give you a run through of what I'm doing here. I have them in Tupperwares. I haven't broken them down into full meals yet. I'll do that for my husband for work tomorrow. But for myself, it's getting a little late, and I value my sleep a lot. So I will do that in the morning. All right, so the first thing I have is 2 options for meal 1. My husband and I both like it a little bit differently. This is the egg whites, and we sauteed some mushrooms and onions. And so this is his. He likes his separate, and then he has his, it's like a garlic herb cauliflower rice, and then he has his separately in this container. Now for me, I don't know if any of you guys have ever mixed like a regular rice with breakfast. There's a lot of rice plates out here with breakfast, so I've become very used to that. So the cauliflower rice I substitute for just like a regular rice, and I mix it. So I have my sauteed mushrooms and onions mixed in with my egg whites, and then I mix it in with the cauliflower rice as well. And then sometimes I'll even top it with a hot sauce, and this is so good. To me, this does not taste or feel like dieting whatsoever. It's incredibly satisfying. So that is for my meal 1, and then I'm gonna add a half a tablespoon of the MCT oil for my fat. And then for meal 2, I have a protein shake. And this is actually Steve's. I'm sending this to work with him. So on the bottom, it's got the protein powder. This is an ice cream sandwich protein by First Form. And then I'm leaving this open so that he can use this to drink his water throughout the day. And then for meal 3, I have chicken here. This is a lemon pepper chicken. And I just cubed it up here. And so sometimes I'll use some hot sauce or something else. Sometimes I just put a little salt on it, and I really enjoy that. So I'm gonna do about 4 ounces. My protein is around 4 ounces. Now that'll be different for everybody, so just to keep that in mind. And here I already have my pre-diced up onions and my mushrooms, so that in the morning when I do cook my eggs, like for the next few days, these will be completely diced up and ready, and makes my morning super easy. And then I have a thing of asparagus here. So this is quite a bit of asparagus, and I put some pink salt and I put some lemon juice on that, and that will be with my chicken. And then again on the chicken, I'm gonna put a half a tablespoon of the MCT oil for my fat. All right, so for meal 4, I stopped by the store, and every day I have to get this fresh. You don't have to do that. You guys could do like a regular tuna or any sort of white fish, but I love the poke, that raw fish. And then with that, I'm going to eat some of these Brussels sprouts that I put some balsamic vinegar on and some pink salt. Tomorrow evening will be salmon. I did not get that. Actually, it's still in my freezer. But that will be something that I'm gonna cook tomorrow night, because I want that more fresh. I like to have that like freshly prepared, unless I'm gonna be out and about somewhere. So I'm gonna do the salmon, which has fat in it. So I'm gonna do salmon, and then I'll choose either one of my veggies here. But tomorrow, it doesn't really matter. I kind of mix and match my veggies. I also did zucchini, and I made the zucchini noodles, and put a little bit of lemon on that as well. I'm a really big fan of lemon, if you guys can't tell. And meal 6 is more of like an extra meal for me. I don't get to that meal all the time, and I don't sacrifice my sleep in order to stay up for it. If I'm tired, I go to bed. But that would be another protein shake. And then I would just have an ounce of walnuts with that as well. And then with the walnuts, I put salt on it. These are not salted, but yeah, I definitely salt those suckers up, and it tastes delicious. And then throughout the day, if I'm craving something, sometimes you just like want a crunch of something or just to eat something. I eat pickles a lot. Like, I'm a huge fan of the pickles, so this is something that I do. And then I drink a lot of water throughout the day. And currently I'm using my fresh lemon in my water. Alright guys, I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any meals that you really love. And I'd love to hear from you guys. So hit the subscribe button so you guys can come back and see more of my Vlogmas videos. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Vlogmas. Bye guys.
This Christmas will be some